Hey everybody, this is Trey Parker. I know it's been a minute since I uploaded. I'm back on college. It's the last year. Um, I'm excited. I went and got a haircut and everything, so I'm in my dorm. My brother's at the house right now, so he's going back to school too. But this video here, the reason why I'm making this video, and then there's another reason why I haven't uploaded, because I've been busy trying to plan to come here, get into the dorms and all that stuff. But the reason why I am making this video here is just a reaction video, right, to a rapper known as Joyner Lucas, right? Um, there's a big meaning behind this whole video for a good reason, because this is a perfect example. When I got here, uh, one of my friends, he voted for Trump, right? He voted for Trump, and a lot of people. This is a mostly a black college, but like there's white people that come here. So it's like a lot of Caucasians that come here too. But he had voted for Trump, and then he was getting picked on because of it. And the thing is, it's like I never voted for Trump, but I'm making this video so people need to understand that there's there's two sides to the story here, right? You got people that voted for Trump that are not racist, you know. There was people that know my friend, and they know he was not a racist, so they try to stop what was going on. We have to explain to them, to these other guys, that not everybody that voted for Trump is racist. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the people that voted for Trump, they were racist. They're not voting for him anymore. They're not, because Trump denounced him on TV. Like, you know, really, to be honest, the racist side is from the Democrats, because they were the founders of the KKK. They were on the side of the Confederates during the Civil War. You know, they were, heck, the Democrats were totally against women's equality and equal rights. You know, I'm just being honest, guys. You know, and I have to tell somebody, like, just watch this video. You know, you're gonna see why he voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's some white people that don't understand what's it like to be black, what's it like to live in the hood. Not every black person lives in the hood, but they don't understand what it's like. All right, so it's like when I sit down, you know, you got some people that are Caucasian that don't really feel pity because what's happening in the hood is because they think it's our own fault, basically, versus not knowing what's it like, you know. And just watch the video. Like, just watch the video. When you watch this, this is just a reaction video. When you start the video here, it's gonna start off like a certain way, right? It's gonna start off like a certain way, and it may make you upset, especially if you're a black person. But then when you watch the video all the way through, then you'll finally understand what it's actually really meaning. You know what I'm saying? It's really just, you have to watch it all the way through. Just don't stop watching what's being said is being said, because both sides is speaking facts. Both sides is speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? Both sides are. I'm just being honest. Both sides are speaking truth. So even though this video is mostly about freedom of speech, though many people are trying to take it away, freedom of speech, but it's not hate speech. It's not. Freedom of speech is not hate speech. You got both sides. You got a white man and a black man sitting at the table. Both sides are speaking facts. So you guys have to just watch. Really, to be honest, just watch. Just watch.
With all due respect, I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel. Screaming Black Lives Matter, all the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills. Yelling nigga this and nigga that. Call everybody nigga and get a nigga mad. As soon as I say nigga, then everyone react and wanna swing at me and call me racist cause I ain't black. We'll pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground back then. Like you was on the plantation getting down back then. Alright, look. I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. And I don't mean just for one day and you done. I mean, you still trapped in a rut. And I work my ass off and pay my taxes for what? So you can keep living off free government assistance, food stamps for your children, but you still trying to sell them for some weed and some liquor or a fucking babysitter while you party on the road cause you ain't got no fucking goals?
I've seen it happen.
You already late. You motherfuckers need to get your damn priorities straight. Wait. It's like you proud to be fake, but you lazy as fuck. And you rather sell drugs and get a job and be straight. And then you turn around and complain about the poverty rate. Fuck out of my face. You can't escape problems. You can pray for some change, but can't break a dollar. Got nobody else to blame, so you blame Donald. They fucked the world with a Make America Great condom. My boy's been back. I'm not racist. My sister's boyfriend's black. I'm not racist. My sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy got a brother and his girlfriend's black. My head's in the cloud. Heard there's not enough jobs for all the men in your house. Maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. Or maybe we should send them all to the ghetto for now. I'm not racist. And I never lie, but I think there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. I worship the Einsteins, studied the Steve Jobs, but you ride Tupac's dick like he was a fucking god. Oh my God. And all you care about is rapping and stunting and being ratchet, and that's the nigga within you. Music rot in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you let your kids listen and then the cycle continues. Blame it all on the menu, blame it on those drinks, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on white privileges, blame it on white kids, and just blame it on white citizens. Aim at the vice president.
Guys, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I met some real characters, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. At college, since I've been in college, I met some people that were doing a lot of stuff, and they were just blaming the other side and not looking at themselves. I've seen that a lot. And another thing too about selling drugs, white people do it too. It's on both sides. Except that you see it more promo with the black people and the Mexicans. You see it more so on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the thing is what I told the people that were trying to fight my friend, just because he was wearing a Trump hat, is that they're no different from us. You got people that voted for Trump that's not racist, and you got people that voted for Democrat that are racist. Like, there are people that's voted for Democrats that are racist, you know? And what I'm trying to get people to understand, not everybody vote for Trump because they're racist, all right? He just laid some facts about the thoughts and opinions, okay, about certain things. So there's people out there that made an argument about that. My friend said the same thing. How can you sit there and say that, you know, it's my fault, meaning him, that he's white, that you are in the situation that you're in right now? You know what I'm saying? Especially when it came down to, like, you know, picking cotton and all that stuff, saying that, you know, racist and all of this. My friend was like, you weren't there back then. He even said that. My friend said the same thing. So the thing is, I had to sit down with my friend. I had to tell him what's it like to be black. What's it like? I don't know I don't know the whole culture with Mexicans and stuff. But the problem is, everybody's looking at everything as if it's a race thing. And really, to be honest, it's technically only one race. It's the human race. You know, so we all bleed the same, everything. Now, you're about to hear the side from this black young fellow here sitting in this chair. So, both of them are sitting down and trying to understand. This is freedom of speech, right? Free speech. It's not hate speech. So, it's the same voice, Joyner Lucas, but you're going to hear the side as this young man sitting down in a minute.
Watch your class clowns.
In a minute.
Niggas kneeling on the field, that's a flag down. How dare you try to make demands for this money? You gon' show us some respect. You gon' stand for this country, nigga. I'm not racist. I'm just prepared for this type of war. I heard Eminem's rap at the awards. Who's he fighting for? Y'all can take that motherfucker too. He ain't white no more. It's like you wanna be so famous. You'll do anything for attention and a little payment. I can't take you nowhere without people pointing fingers. Pants hanging off your ass, you ain't got no home training. Put your fucking pants up, nigga. Put that suit back on. Take that do-rag off. Take that gold out your mouth. Quit the pitiful stuff. And then maybe police and stop killing you fucks. So what the fuck? I'm not racist. It's like we're living in the same building but split into 2 floors. I'm not racist.
Now, there's a reason why they're making him say the N-word on, well, voice it, I think. Voice, mimicking the N-word. He's not actually saying, he's just voicing it. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep that same thought process that every Trump supporter is racist. That's why they're making him say it. Mouth off to it. That's the only reason, right, guys? But at the end of the day, there's a lot of Trump supporters that are not racist. I met a lot of Trump supporters. I met Democrats. A lot of people that's voted for all these other people. People voted for Hillary. People voted for Bernie. I met some racist people voting for Bernie. Not all of them are like that. Just because you got a few bad apples doesn't mean all of them are like that. So let's continue listening here.
But there's 2 sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours. I wish that I knew yours. I'm not racist. I swear. With all disrespect, I don't really like you white motherfuckers. That's just where I'm at. Screaming all lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of shit is that? And that's one war you'll never win. The power in the word nigga is a different sin. We shouldn't say it, but we do, and that's just what it is. But that don't mean that you can say it just cause you got nigga friends. Nigga. That word was originated for you to keep us under. That when we use it, we know that's just how we greet each other. And when you use it, we know there's a double meaning under. And even if I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not infected by the history. My grandmama was a slave, that shit gets to me, and you ain't got no motherfucking sympathy, you pussy nigga. I'm sorry, you can never feel my life. Tryna have faith, but I never feel alright. It's hard to elevate when this country's ran by whites, judging me by my skin color and my blackness. Tryna find a job, but ain't nobody call me back yet. Now I gotta sell drugs and put food in my cabinet. You crackers ain't slick, this is all a part of your tactics. Don't talk about no motherfucking taxes when I ain't making no dough. You think you know everything, but you don't. You wanna copy our slang and everything that we know. Try to steal black culture and make it your own. Whoa, fuck, I'm exhausted. I can't.
All right. That's also facts because there are some, like Baltimore. There's no jobs in Baltimore. All right. There's no jobs in Chicago. Those are the main problem areas. You probably have some issues here and there in Texas, California, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? I can vent with that because it is true. It's harder for black people to get jobs in Baltimore, Chicago, maybe some other areas in the United States. And it's also true because I have a grandmother that was once a slave. And what you guys didn't know is that my dad's side of the family, my dad say that we were originated from Jamaica, but I did a little bit closer research. I found out that my family on my dad's side came from Jerusalem, from Israel. So technically, during that time when all the Jews, all the Israelites have disbanded from from Israel, and didn't come back till like the 1940s or 50s or something like that, when it was announced as own country again. All the other, all the other Jews came back to Israel, except for 12 tribes, and my dad's side of the family is one of those tribes. We all disbanded, scattered across the world. We went to Africa, and you know the story. The whole slave thing. So basically, during the time of slavery, they'd have no knowledge that they were actually enslaving Jews in America. That's crazy. Black Jews that have it. So my great great grandmother was once a slave. So that's something that a lot of people, from the other side don't understand because they never had to sit down and hear that story about their own culture. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand because they're not in your shoes until you actually explain it to them of why. Then they'll understand. So that's something I was explaining to my friend. And he understood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's not racist. My friend's not racist, even though he voted for Trump. I never got mad that he did, though I questioned it. And I was like, why? Because Democrats, people that's on the other side that's saying Trump is racist, this and that, taking things they say and saying it was racist. Like he was explaining to me that everybody that's on the Democrat on the far left is saying Trump is racist and this and that, but that's like for example, like he criticized the senator of Baltimore for why the whole city is the way it is. People are calling him racist because he criticized him, but not knowing that it was a former NFL football player or NBA player that asked him to criticize that senator. You know what I'm saying? So how is Trump racist? If someone asked him to, I'm like, okay, that's what he told me. So it's like we are more divided than anything else. As far as black people, we're divided. As far as white people, we're divided. But the thing is, we need to stop looking at each other as different race. But even though we may have a different color, but we're the same race, humans. So it's like people need to come in and sit in the same room and voice their opinion on about each other and people's cultures, so they can have a more of an understanding. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think I see people that tell me that they don't understand why people do what they do, and I just be like, why don't you ask them? They'd be too scared to. You know, someone asked me why my friend voted for Trump. I said I don't know. He's saying that Trump making the United States a lot better than what it is. There's more jobs, more this and that. And I was like, I didn't know that because the news never talk about it. You know, news never talk about it. And he told me that the news are lying. They're lying on it. They want him to look bad to everybody else on the far left. I'm like, I didn't know that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm did some research about all that, and it's actually true. To be honest, I'll talk to you guys about that later on. But the thing is, it's like people need to understand that we can't be fighting amongst ourselves because of this cultural difference. It's politics that's dividing us. It's social, um, there's social issues that are dividing us. There's, class. The class is dividing us. It's ridiculous. Everything is dividing us. We need to figure out something to come together as people. So I really think that maybe we need to figure out something.
Can't even drive without the cops trying to start shit. I'm tired of this systematic racism bullshit. All you do is false shit, just the shit that I'm false with. And you don't know shit about my people, that's what bothers you. You don't know about no fried chicken and no barbecue. You don't know about the two-step or no loose change. You don't know about no 2 chains or no Kool-Aid. You don't know. And even though Barack was half as black, you hated President Obama. I know that's a fact. You can't wait to get him out and put a cracker back. And then you gave us Donald Trump, and that was payback for that. I'm not racist. I never lied, but I noticed a disconnect between your culture and mine. Yeah, I praised Tupac like he was a fucking god. He was fighting for his life way before he fucking died, nigga. Die, nigga. And all you care about is money and power and being ugly, and that's the cracker within you. Hatred all in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you teach it to your children until the cycle continue. Blame it on Puerto Rico, blame it on OJ, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on black niggas and blame it on black citizens. Aim at the black businesses. I ain't saying I'm innocent, but
I hear that? It's on both sides. It's not just one. It's on both sides. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. A lot of white people thought Obama didn't do nothing for them, and they also thought that they didn't really do nothing for black people too. Like, there are people that thought Barack Obama didn't do anything for black people, and truthfully, Barack Obama did do stuff, but at the same time, he didn't really cause a lot of problems because there was a lot of solve a lot of problems. Like, there's a lot of issues, that still needed to be addressed, and he hasn't even addressed them yet. So I'm just going to be honest from where I'm sitting at. But it was nice to have a first black president in the United States. You know, it was nice. It did solve some problems here and there. But, you know, that's the opinion on the other side, right?
Might be any day now. Treating everybody how you want in any way how. I swear North Korea about to bomb us any day now. And now I'm ducking every time I hear a fucking plane now. Shit. You know I make a lot of sense, but you just can't admit it. When Eminem went against Trump, that was the illest. Cause even though he's white, he let us know he's standing with us. I'm not racist, but I cry a lot. You don't know what it's like to be in a frying pot. You don't know what it's like to mind your business and get stopped by the cops. And I know if you about to die or not. You worry about your life, so you take mine. I love you, but I fucking hate you at the same time. I wish we could trade shoes or we could change lives so we can understand each other more, but that'll take time. I'm not racist. It's like we living in the same building but split into both sides. I'm not racist. But there's two sides to every story, and now you know mine. Can't erase the scars with a bandage. I'm hoping maybe we can come to an understanding. Agree to disagree, we can have an understanding. I'm not racist.
All right. We're all humans until race is connected. Okay. Religion separates us. Politics divide us. Well, it's classified. That's true. This whole video is based upon facts. We all of us have a certain type of view. Okay, on the other side, all of us do. And as much as there are a lot of bad words and a lot of vulgar language in this video, you know, probably gonna get demonetized. But this is just to teach people a certain lesson. Like it's not okay, you know, to call people the N word. He said it himself, even though that we shouldn't say it, but we say it to greet each other. You know, meaning he's agreeing with the white guy about it, but at the same time, that's the way they, you know, what I'm saying, to greet each other. Not I don't use the word anymore because like that's something my family had been called when they were on the plantation and all this stuff. You know, and I'm still shocked at the fact that you know there were black Jews that were slaves. That's crazy. So, plus my brother also made a certain comment about the Bible and the Book of Revelations, how the Jews, you read that part, you're gonna know what's gonna happen. Like that scared the crap out of me. So I'm like, wow. Just hope it's not anytime soon. Just hope it's not. But anyway, yeah, I mean this video here, it starts off very negative. Many people stop listening to the video because it's a white guy saying the N word on there and all this other stuff. But it's really not him saying it, he's just mouthing off to it. But it's like this video this video by itself caused a lot of hate because meaning black people saw it and they immediately shut it off and just went on out their business saying all Trump supports are racist. But then one day somebody decided to actually watch all the way through and actually understood what the video was really about. It's about voicing each other's opinions. Not trying. They're not racist. Both sides. Black people can be racist towards white people. White people can be racist too. But both of them are just voicing their opinions, and they're not racist. They're not. To be honest, they're not racist. You know, that's the whole point about this song because they're just voicing their own opinions and thoughts. So if you guys like the video, please like it. If you guys dislike it, give it a thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it because of what's being said. But at the end of the day, both sides is actually speaking facts about each side. Right? Both sides are. You know, it's because it's based on two individuals' viewpoints on certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? I gotta I got a certain viewpoint of my own of black people. You know what I'm saying? There's good ones and there's bad ones. Same thing with white people. There's good people and there's bad people. So at the end of the day, that we all need to sit down and actually try to understand one another because you don't know the person's story of why they're doing what they're doing, or what they're doing. I mean, you know, which is something I had to explain to the people that were trying to beat up my friend because he voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? He sat down. We all sat down and had a conversation. He told them why he voted for Trump. And he told them exactly what he told me that what Trump is doing, what he's done, that's good. And they said the same thing I said. I did not know anything about that. I didn't know Trump did this and that. I didn't know Trump brought more jobs in America and all this other stuff when the news is saying this and that. He started on explaining about the news, you know, and sure enough, you know, people still had their same opinions about Trump and all this other stuff, but there were two people in that whole group that wanted to go vote for Trump because of what he heard. I was like, okay, all right. I'm not saying vote for him. I'm just saying if you see somebody is getting violent with someone that's just walking down the street with a mega hat on, please do not try to stop it. Please try to stop it. Please. All right? Stop the violence because there's this there's this fixed notion that the Democrats, people that are on the political side, saying that every person that voted for Trump is racist, and that made it that pissed me off because that's not even true. That's a freaking lie. It's a lie. That's my friend. But it's a lie. It's a full blown lie. And then I figured it out when I met my friend. You know what I'm saying? I met Noah. I met him, and you know what I'm saying. Some other people that voted for Trump. There's black people that voted for Trump. I met them. I talked to them, and they're not racist. They're not. They're not. So it just makes you. It makes me cringe at the fact that the news media is saying all this stuff. And don't get me wrong. You do have some people that are racist that vote for him, but they're not voting for him anymore. Because, like, I asked them directly, do you think Trump is racist? They said no. You know, he's not racist. They're lying on it. They're taking anything that he says out of context and making it look like it's racist. I was like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Never voted for the guy, but all right. That's the whole point about freedom of speech. You have to understand the other side. You can't immediately think that's what it is just because someone else says that's what it is. You have to get the other side's point of view first before you come up with a statement of your own and a thought process of your own. All right. So that's what I'm just saying. This is what freedom of speech. They're attacking freedom of speech now. They're attacking freedom of speech, and this America is founded based on freedom of speech. You should have the right to speak your opinion on something. You know, and nowadays, if you speak your opinion on something just because your views are different from someone else, they think it's hate speech. It's like me saying that I like dark chocolate and someone says they like milk chocolate. Oh, that's hate speech. I don't like you. Bow. Start punching you and stuff like that. What? I've seen it. That's just an example, but I've seen it happen. Like I've seen it happen on college campuses. I saw it at a grocery store. It's ridiculous. To me, it's ridiculous. And people need to stop. You know, just because someone's views are different from yours does not mean you attack them. Just because someone views certain things about a certain culture and has a certain opinion about it does not mean they're attacking your culture. They do not understand. That's when you sit down and educate them. All right? That's when you talk to them, let them know on your side. You know, some people may think a certain way about something is because what they're seeing and what they're hearing from somebody else. That's all it is. Now, should they shouldn't honestly they should have made the guy not say the N word, but they but I see why they made him say the N word because that's the stigma that's on all Trump supporters. It's symbolic, basically. Very symbolic. And honestly, it's this video is actually a lesson. To be honest, it's a very big lesson. You know, you can't go around thinking a certain way about a culture if you do not understand it. You don't understand, like you can't go around criticizing something that you do not understand. Just because you go based on what you see does not mean you understand what's going on. You have not sat down and talked to anybody about it. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you get the full, broad scenario and actually information before you actually come up with, the actual facts. But yeah, put stuff like button guys. Oh, my phone's about to die. What's he say? Oh my gosh, she named her cat Carrot. All right, guys.